Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually doing a what I eat in a day video. I didn't plan to really do this, but a couple people asked like, hey, can you do a what I eat in a day video on Instagram? So I thought I just would, and I'm gonna do it because what you eat for HA recovery and what you continue to eat afterwards is kind of like a hot, curious topic. What does life look like when you are trying to recover from HA, and then also afterwards, does it look the same? Does it change? So the truth has been for me that it looks the same as when I was trying to recover. So a lot of the food that you see me eat today is kind of like similar to how I ate when I was recovering from HA. I may have eaten even more snacks and stuff, but you'll see in the video I generally don't snack. I just eat big meals. I just don't need to eat that much. Like, I'm not hungry. I would do it a bit when I was trying to recover, but in general, for me and my protocol, and when I worked with my NTP to recover, we really wanted me to eat bigger meals, more balanced, with lots of nutrient dense and calorie dense foods in them. So we're gonna kick off at breakfast, we're gonna go and have some lunch, and then we're gonna have some dinner and some dessert. I hope that you enjoy. Hey, so it's pretty early, Jake's asleep, so I'm whispering and hopefully you can hear me. I'm gonna make breakfast. For breakfast, I prefer not to cook. It's just a phase I've been going through for like a whole year where I cook the rest of my meals a lot of the time, so I just avoid it. So I have yogurt almost every single morning in some way or another, go into my magic pantry of treats and find a bunch of stuff to put together a concoction that makes me happy. I like to do berries in the morning because I typically don't eat vegetables in the morning, and berries just have plenty of vitamins and minerals and fiber, so that's kind of like my compromise, because I just don't really feel like cooking sauteed spinach and garlic with poached eggs and all that kind of stuff. So honey in, and that's my breakfast at the moment. I change it up every day. Sometimes it's peanut butter, sometimes it's just almonds instead of the trail mix, sometimes there's no honey, instead there's like oats or soy oats. So it really just depends, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to make sure there's some protein, which is coming from the yogurt, there's some fat, which is coming from the yogurt and the nuts, there's some carbs, which is coming from the honey and the berries, and maybe like some cinnamon or whatever else I think is fun, coconut flakes. But otherwise, I feel like it's a decently balanced breakfast. It's gonna hold me over till lunch. Generally come out into my open living room type area, and I sit on the floor with Jasmine and a journal, and then coffee. So I tend to try to eat breakfast before coffee if I can. I do not do this all the time, but when I first started recovering from HA, it was one of like the guidelines with my NTP, and was eating breakfast early as soon as I got up, breaking the fast, and then having coffee after, just to help with stress, cortisol levels, that kind of thing. But now here it is. Okay, so I just finished starting my workday, and then I took a break and I went and worked out. So I've showered and now I'm gonna go make lunch. So let's check it out. Okay, so before I do start to make lunch, my food delivery just arrived. So every Thursday we get a delivery of fruit and vegetables, and every second week we also get a delivery of our meat to last 2 weeks. I get it from Austin Farmhouse Delivery, and I highly recommend. So if you're in the Austin, San Marcos, Buda, and maybe even San Antonio area, I'll put a link in the show notes to these guys. But I get all of my produce delivered. I rarely go to the store, and so I really just cook with whatever I'm given, and that way it means that I'm gonna eat like seasonally, and I also just don't have to worry about groceries. Like, I just go with the flow. So every week's a surprise, which I also like. I know a lot of people probably would be really anxious about what they get in their groceries every week, but I don't. I used to, but I think something that I really like about having recovered from HA and the process of that is that you really start to be more comfortable just like going with the flow of like what you're gonna get in what you're eating. So you can be more spontaneous. I tend to not care. Sometimes I don't have much left at home on like Monday or Sunday because the delivery comes on Tuesday, so I'm usually starting to run low, and so I just have to make some weird concoction with what I have. And being less restricted with food and less food obsessed has just made me appreciate that and just worry so much less about food. Okay, so let's see what we got. A little head of lettuce. I'll probably eat that today because it's more perishable, so I'm pretty strategic with when I eat the food to make sure that it all lasts long enough and I get through it, because I'm pretty strong on the zero waste movement. So lettuce, a couple cucumbers, corn. Been really into barbecuing these, so awesome. And I really love just knowing that these are all local, not just because that's so much better for you, but also because it's supporting my local area, all of the little farms. It's actually an accumulation of different farms in the area, and this one company, Austin Farmhouse Delivery, they package it all up and send it out. So it's supporting lots of different businesses. Butternut pumpkin or butternut squash, depending where you're from. Apples, these guys do the best apples. I love them so much, and there's so many this time. Yay! A whole bunch. I love them. They're super sweet and crisp. Okra, very southern. I never knew what okra was until I moved here, and I was like, what do I do with this? But now I just chop them up, crumb them, and air fry them so they're nice and crispy. Ooh, lots of pears, 2 little ones. I probably won't be able to go through all of these pears, so what I'll probably end up doing is poaching them or something, so that they're just poaching them with some cinnamon and putting them with dessert or something. But I do also like to chop them up and put them in salads. Potatoes, gotta have potatoes. And a bread loaf. I love this bread, so I order it additionally every week. Slow dough, it's just like, it's the right texture for me. It's not too soft, it's not too firm. And then the meat. If you don't like meat, stop watching right now. So all of those vegetables are what I will eat with Jake just this week. He usually goes to the store and tops up on some different things that he likes. So otherwise this probably wouldn't be enough just for the 2 of us, but because he does go to the store and get a few extra things that he likes, it's usually enough. And I always have some frozen vegetables in the freezer, and I usually use those towards the end of the week when all of this has run out, and I'll make like a goulash or something that just goes well with frozen vegetables, like a curry. Okay. Ooh, pork belly. Yes. I literally just cook this in bulk, and then I will chop it up and put it in salads and pasta and stuff. Wagyu beef patties. These are so good and so good on the grill. So all of this meat is also like local Texas farms. Italian sausage, 2 of those, delicious. So the cool thing about these is that they're all pretty fatty too, which is really important for me for HA recovery. I was just, when I had HA, I was eating so much lean meat, the leanest beef I could find, chicken breast, shrimp, and I really had to start working in higher fat meats. So these guys just deliver it to me, and whatever I get, I eat. And I think that's been a really good thing for me for recovery. It's like taken decisions out. It's taken the anxiety away. Like, I have this food that's been given to me. Like, you just eat what you've got if you want to live. Feels very paleo. We did get some chicken breast though. We do get, which is nice, because sometimes, you know, I do make really fatty meals. Like, I might make a coconut milk curry, or I might make, like, what else am I gonna make? Or just cook some vegetables and stuff in tons of oil and butter. And so it's nice if I feel like it's already really fatty to add a leaner meat or something like that. So I'll play with it. Stewing beef, yay. It should start to get cold soon too, so that's good. I'm gonna get into stew gear. More of that. More chicken thighs and chicken breast. The skin on chicken thighs are so good. And then there's a lot of nutrient value in skin on poultry and fish. Like, if you really like skinless, you're kind of missing out on some good nutrition. So if you can deal with it, eat the animal fat, eat the skin. It's got some good stuff in it for you. And more beef. So that is my haul for this week. That meat is gonna last us 2 weeks. Yeah. Okay, so it's lunchtime and I'm going to figure out a salad based on what I have. We'll see how it goes. But when I say a salad, I mean like a real proper salad. Butter lettuce. Remove the leaves. Put this in the compost. I'm a big composter. I'm probably just gonna eat this whole head of lettuce because it was really small. If you do not have a salad spinner, you do not know what you're doing with salad. I love this salad spinner. Actually, I'm putting a link to this one in the show notes. If you like crisp but clean lettuce, you have to get this one. Earlier this week, I roasted this whole chicken. So I'm just going to pick some bits of it off, put it in the bowl, making sure I get bits of skin and dark meat in there. So I ended up making a salad with chicken, apple, cucumber, almonds, lettuce, and a lot of olive oil. And I'm pretty happy with it as a meal. I'm gonna be really full from it, but it's mostly fat, and it's there's not even a full apple. Some cucumber and some lettuce is not enough carbs because I worked out and went for a long walk this morning. So I know that I can be really susceptible to HA if I don't feel properly. Like, once you have HA, it's gonna come right back. So I'm probably gonna have this, and I'm gonna have a side of bread just to bump up the carbs. But otherwise, yeah, protein, carbs, and fat in one meal. Very satiating and lots of good food. So we are just cooking dinner now. We're having burgers. I'm gonna have bread again. I usually don't even have bread that frequently at all. But today, I guess I'm having it twice. We're gonna have it with some air fried potatoes, some olive oil with some tomatoes. We do not have any cheese, unfortunately, but that's okay. We can have hamburgers. And well, we're gonna wind down after a big day of work. I podcasted live on Instagram, which was really fun. I'd never done that before, so that's a thing now. And I YouTubed with Chloe Hodgkinson. She is a really awesome HA YouTuber, and we just really connected. I hope we're best friends now. So that's our day. We'll probably just wind down, watch a show, we'll play a board game, and then it will be dessert time. So this is my dessert. And when
A container is nearly finished. I just eat the yogurt straight out of that. And then I put lubes in. I like to use the container because it saves a dish and it gives the container one more life before entering into the trash cycle, which makes me real sad. But I recycle it, and I always put peanut butter in, I always put honey in, and just whatever else I can find in my magical pantry concoction. It looks like a real fucking mess, but it's delicious.
There you have it, guys. That was a day of eating in my life. I hope that it was at all helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. Let me know if you want me to do another one of these. But otherwise, please subscribe, leave a comment, and come and check us out over at the HA Society. We are a community of women with HA who not just get to chat together and connect and get on community calls and all of that good stuff, but we also get to get on calls with practitioners, mindfulness experts, all that good stuff. So if you want to hang out with me and be in this group with a whole bunch of other women with HA, then come and join us at thehasociety.com.